Hello and welcome back to my video podcast. Today is episode 3, and a special episode is today is Halloween, so this is a special Halloween edition of Keith R. Reese's books. And today we are going over a book that I wrote back in 2007, my second novel, and it's actually my first full-length novel from that time, and it's called The Brazilian. There is the cover. I'll show it to you in full form. This book is an incredible adventure story. There's lots of action. There's quite a bit of traveling going on. It's about a young man from the big city of Brasilia in Brazil. And he is confronted by a man that he's never seen before in an alley one night who appears to be injured. And he soon realizes that the man has been shot. And before he passes away in this alley, right in Rigo, and the name of the character in the story, his name is Rigo, R-E-G-O. And he dies in Rigo's arms. But before he does, he speaks his name. He actually knows who Rigo is, but Rigo has no idea who this old man is. And he hands him this satchel, a mysterious satchel, and tells him not to open it whatsoever, but to take it to the Sisters of St. Paul. And that is a mystery to him as well. So the story picks up from there, and he has a friend there in Brasilia named Rosa, and who is his girlfriend, and she helps him put together the mystery of what this satchel might be and what the Sisters of St. Paul might be. And so they do some sleuthing and do some mystery solving, and he realizes that the Sisters of St. Paul is a location in the Mediterranean Sea. It's an order of nuns on the island of Malta in the Mediterranean Sea. And somehow he is entrusted with this satchel and has to get it to this order before the government does. And it seems far-fetched to him, but seeing the man die and that the man knew who he was, he feels like he has to do what the man has asked him to do. So he embarks on a great adventure that crosses South America, going westward. He tries to go across on a ship directly from the coast of Brazil across the Atlantic, but his fortunes turn for the worst, and he ends up going westward, going through Bolivia and Peru, and then gets on a ship and works his way through the Panama Canal and goes across the Caribbean Sea to the island of Montserrat, and then it eventually does cross the Atlantic Ocean entirely, makes a stop in Gibraltar, and then his last stop is on the island of Malta. And it tells a great story. It's all fiction, but it is an adventure, and the Brazilian takes you to many places. It's almost like a travel log. You get to learn about different countries and different customs. And he has to fight the language barrier because he speaks Portuguese, and he has to use what little command he has of Spanish to get through the Spanish-speaking countries. And then when he's on the ship, he meets a lot of colorful characters and English-speaking, many different languages, even from Europe. He has a friend from Belgium who speaks Dutch. And eventually he does get to the island of Malta and finds out why he was given this satchel. And it's an amazing story. It's not well read. A lot of people have not read this book, but the few people that have given it positive reviews. I've been given positive reviews from people down in South America for this book. And I think it's a great story that very few people have seen. So I encourage you to go out and check it out. It's available as an ebook for 99 cents, and if you want to get the paperback, it's available for $10.95 as well on Amazon. And The Brazilian is a great story. It would even make a great movie, I think. So we'll be uploading this video for episode 3 of today's special Halloween edition of my podcast, the video podcast. And I encourage you to go out and get a copy of The Brazilian. So I thank you and have a great and safe Halloween. And we'll see you then. Until then, take care and good night.